Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Palantir update. My name is Benjamin from Mandaman Capital, but you guys can call me Ben, of course. And today I'm publishing another update on Palantir a little bit sooner than I initially planned, but I think the situation right now is very important in Palantir, and so I am recording another video about this. And today's update is going to be very important for investors who are invested in Palantir, of course, and who hold physical positions or are trading this with leverage, because I have reason to believe that we might see a trend shift in the next weeks and months in Palantir, and I'm going to explain this today. But first of all, let me explain these green boxes and these positions up here. If you are familiar with our strategy and with our website, then you should probably know our positions and how we manage them. Last year, we entered 2 positions in Palantir. We are covering this stock for quite a period of time as of now, over a year to be exact, and we opened multiple positions in this company and held them until now. And as you can see, our first position was opened back in March 2022, and the other one right after that in May 2022. And both positions are heavily in profit, and we never sold any portions of them. And I listed the gains as of the close of yesterday above. The first position with 33%, second with 137%, totaling a gain of 180%. Pretty impressive, and I have to say, it has been a really good trade this year, and I'm just really happy that we could share this with investors. And if you don't know our website already, we have our own private website where we post about Palantir, Coinbase, and altcoins and Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course, where you receive updates. And as of now, the membership is free, but I can only recommend signing up for our website, because you get updates about our assets much more frequently than here on YouTube. So, enough talking, let's get to the actual Elliot wave structure. And I'm going to zoom in on the day chart. I think that's going to visualize this better, and I'm going to delete this. And if you have seen our last video, you might remember that I talked about this red extension zone in which I expect that the price should consolidate and initiate a trend shift. And back then we were something like at $16 or $17, and so a pretty impressive pump. But I have reason to believe, and that's where it gets really important, that this whole movement was a wave 1 A, B, C, wave 3, wave 4, and a wave 5. And if you are familiar with Elliott waves, you should absolutely know what's coming after that. Usually a greater wave 1, which will push the market down in the next weeks and months. And as of now, I'm absolutely sure that this is going to happen. Of course, it's possible that we could see further price increases in Palantir, like to $22 or $24, but I think that's rather unrealistic as of now, because I just see that the momentum is slowly decreasing, and that's usually a sign that a stock has topped. And I am very familiar with this. I've seen this in countless stocks, like in the Tesla hype and many other hypes on Wall Street. In such phases, Wall Street begins to dump on retail investors, and you guys get caught up here, and we consolidate, finish a wave 2, and the big institutions buy new positions down here while you are stuck with your positions up here. So, and let me say this very clear again, I have reason to believe that we are going to see a major trend shift over the next weeks and months. But of course, we could retrace even higher in this extension zone. So every investor has to figure out on their own if they want to close positions or want to hold them. At least if you are trading this with leverage, then I could recommend take some partial gains and think about realizing this. And now we are going to switch to the short-term chart, and I'm going to visualize this better so that you know why I think like I think. That's exactly the same chart, but more detailed in a 1 hour time frame. Actually, I'm going to switch in the 30-minute time frame because then we can see this much clearer. You can see this wave 1 down here, wave 2, 3, which of course topped out in this orange extension zone. I would just like to point out that this was also correctly predicted by us, and we set another retracement zone for which could be used for long positions. And what happened since the bottom of this wave 4, we have seen a price increase of up to 40%. So I think that's a really good performance. And if you are familiar with chart patterns or are you a more experienced trader, then you should absolutely know what this is. This looks like an ending diagonal to me, and you can see these two lines in blue, and this was our wave 1, and we had a complete impulse in wave 3 and wave 4, and I have reason to believe that this was the end of wave 5 and 1. And this, of course, means that this whole Elliot wave structure is finished. So get this in your head, please. That's really important. Of course, nobody really knows the future in this case, but I am quite sure that the price will slowly consolidate in the upcoming weeks, or it could even be that we are instantly crashing down in the next next days and weeks. And that's just what I wanted to point out. But if you are now thinking, oh my god, that's an apocalypse, oh my god, Palantir, and what a shitty company, then I can calm you. I am still a big fan of this company, and that's this macro wave 1-2 is absolutely normal. In every market, such foundations have to be built in order to sustain the price increases, which will drive the stock to new all-time highs. And in this case, we are going to look at the macro targets. And remember this chart, I have shown it so many times in the past, and it's still exactly the same as always. And as you can see, that's the Palantir chart in 1 week. And our wave 3 target is still the same at 1.618 extension and $76.70. I absolutely think that Palantir is going to reach this in the next year or the next 1 to 2 years. And I'm not selling any of my physical positions before this green extension zone is hit. And I think the company can absolutely pull this off. But of course, we are going to see a movement like this, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to work like this because my experience just tells me that I've seen this countless times in other stocks, and I'm very familiar with that. So that's it for today. I hope you listened all the way through because it was really important, and if you should have questions, then just write them in the comments. I'll answer them, of course. And I would be very happy to welcome everyone to our website if you choose to sign up on it. I would be very happy. And yeah, that's it for today. Greetings from Zurich, Switzerland, and have a good one. Ben.